Up. Classic truck rescue. I don't know if I'll even use this little thing. Your face is all wet. I know it probably looks like crud right now, but I'm gonna have to. I share a lot of things on my channel that probably maybe I shouldn't, but we just share everything about the ranch aspect of the life that we're trying to build out here with you guys. And I think I'm gonna have to broach this sooner or later, because a lot of people know about the chicken mob. And anyway, I built a thing I call the clucking truck, and it's worked beautifully for keeping our what started out as 6 chickens very well, and very efficient as far as feeding them, watering them, and collecting the eggs, and secure, I thought. All right, I got the both of the fire trucks, Smokey and Sparky, and my brush hog moved out of this corner. Went and got me a cab that used to be the Jenner shack. Still got to pull the generator and the exhaust system off of it. That's going to be my chicken coop.
So we got the frame over. Now he's coming with the bed of the truck, all for the chickens. Looks good to me.
Classic truck rescue. Clucking truck. Moving forward.
On it.
Now I'm going to make that cab into a brooder box for our chickens so we can get them out of our shower, folks. If you have 8 chickens living in a tub in your 3 foot by 3 foot shower, you might be a redneck. Yesterday afternoon and early evening, Jamie and I worked together to start on the clucking truck. This is going to be our chicken coop right here. So we're going to put the chickens inside the cab. It's got all the glass in it, and we can roll the windows up and down to adjust the heat. Put heat lamps in it because it's all metal. Well, it's going to have some wood in it. And then when the chickens get a little bigger, I'm going to build them a little ramp that comes right out of there. But right now, I've got it very clean inside. Pressure washed it, vacuumed it. It's spotless inside because a chicken will eat anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some OSB, make a floor for it. I'm going to make a backstop right here with a shelf where they can lay their eggs for us to come and get and eat. And but I got to cover that because if they fall into little nooks and crannies like that right there, they could get hurt. And I want to cover all this stuff up to the bottom of the dash at least. This will keep them safe and secure, and when they get a little bigger, Dad will come by and open them up a hole where they can go to the garden. Clucking truck. I kind of like it. We used the front end off of this front end. It's pretty wasted. I mean, and don't tell me about how someone needs that piece of trim because it's messed up too. But pretty much everything on it is pretty wasted. But a lot of our friends, when we had a big birthday party for Jamie with a band, came and signed. That was in 2018, so June 2nd, 2018. A lot of our friends signed this, and I drew these flames on there. And yeah, it's still got a whole nother fender that can be signed. I got to dig up another rear fender for it, but I'm trying to use messed up stuff that nobody wants, and like somebody blowtorched that fender off of there, so those bedsides aren't all that good. And that was actually sitting in some bushes, and I had to drag it out. Same thing with the frame, so rather than them sitting in there growing bushes, we'll put them to work out here, make it look pretty.
We're a little weird, but this is going to be our chicken coop. And yeah, people are going to say, hey, that front end doesn't go on that kind of a cab, but it does in this circumstance, so whatever. But this was my birthday front end, and we're not going to do anything with it. It's got all kinds of cool stuff on it from our friends wishing me a happy birthday. It's Brass Tacks. It's a good band friend of ours. Sarah and Lance. They own the Wild Horse Bar in Malala. Go get yourself some good food. Greg, he's one of the wild hogs. Love you, Greg. Love all our friends. And this is where our little chickens are gonna live. And we did this when we lived in Malino, and it was pretty cool. And Rick put this truck bed on. I'm gonna put some flowers and stuff in there. But anyway, pasture's getting green. So this is where we have our little baby chicks in the shower in our fifth wheel right now. And tonight, hopefully, we're going to move him out here. He's going to plug up these holes. And this is going to be the brooder cab until they're big enough to be able to come in and out of it. This is where the little nesting boxes will be. And then we're going to have a garden around here. And it's going to be pretty cool. Jet! Of course. Jetson! So I came home from work today, and Rick's got the litter box finished. Anna, this is where you're gonna live. This is where Anna wants to live. Pretty cool. That's where the little nesting boxes will be. That's awesome. You gonna live in there, Annabella? You wanna live in there? You do! Yeah! Cool. So we got our little brood box set up. Right now they're still a little tiny. It's still been kind of cold out here at night in this cab, so we're gonna keep them in this little tub for a little bit more with the light on, and we can put the lid a little half closed. But there they got a little bigger tub, and got their food and their water, and we're not new to raising chickens, so this will be good. And they're coming along good. They're starting to get their feathers in. So I got a little bit of grit over there, help their little craws out. I think this is going to be a good little mix. We got two little red Wyandottes. They're all supposed to be pullets, but you know, you can't 100% guarantee that. We got two California whites and 4 little lavender Orpingtons. They're not sexed, so maybe we'll get a rooster out of the Orpingtons. But they're kind of a rare little chicken. They're pretty cool though. But they're gonna be happy out here. Okay. We've been handling them. So they're doing pretty good. They seem happy. And you can tell when chickens are happy, they have a cooing sound. When there's a happy chicken barn, you know it. And when they're stressed, you can tell because it sounds like they're screaming children. It's weird. But I think these guys are pretty happy. So I'm gonna leave them alone.
It's a little chicken's first night in their clucking truck.
I can't see in there.
We'll open the door, honey.
Oh, they ate all their grit. I put some grit on the
Oh,
pan.
maybe they like that.
They do. It's good for their curl.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing? They look good. I'm gonna go ahead and hook the other light up though. We're just keeping the birds in a little tub inside the cab for now, but it is totally ready for them to come out of there, but we're just trying to keep them warm right now and consolidated. So phase one was getting the chickens, and we kept them in a tub in our shower for almost 5 weeks, I guess. Anyway, then we got the clucking truck calf done, which is this. And they're 6 weeks old now.
Oh yeah, they're
all
hot.
of them. Yeah, they're hot. We're gonna open the other window and put a fan in. But so when we brought them out here, we kept them in a tub. That tub right there, honey. That green tub right there. And then after they got a little comfortable in there, we let them out of the tub. And now we're making a tunnel.
Hey,
What?
do you know what's under a ponytail?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Anyway, so yesterday I cut a hole in the front of the chicken coop, the wood part, and I also cut a hole in the firewall of the truck, and that's the chicken bucket, and it's like a hatch for them to go to their tunnel that leads outdoors.
I need to clean their water bowl.
Yeah, we can do that. So today, I'm making a wooden frame to go around this, and then there'll be a square tunnel that goes from here up to the grill, and I took the front end off because I'm gonna make it fit right and take a sledgehammer to that dent, a couple whacks, and get the front end where it's sitting on their level. It'll have a wooden tunnel going where the engine should be and coming out the bottom of the grill, and then it'll go into an angled turn and into that, which is gonna look beautiful. It's a 4 foot by 8 foot, just a temporary pen where they can come outside and get fresh air, especially when it's hot out. But we'll be back. What do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be cool. So I've got my wooden square with the circle in it mounted to the firewall, securely screwed to the firewall, and I put a few screws in the perimeter of the bucket just to secure the bucket to it, even though the bucket is held up by the metal firewall underneath here. But now I just need to make a lip right here that I can put my ramp on, and then I'll build sides and a roof for the ramp. We're getting there. This is gonna work out pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is and what I did is I just brought a little gauge over here. They make them that they open up like a protractor to get your angle correct, and I'll just screw the sides to the bottom piece for now, and then I'll come back and show you how I put the top on. Got my sides in. That's the chicken chute right there. I'll square all this up once I get all the pieces on, but all I have left to do is to put the lid on it. Like I said, I'm just going to cut some braces to put in between the sides on the top, and then screw my top to it, and I'll be back when that's done. But it's coming along. As soon as I get the lid on, I can put the front clip back on after I cut the grill area out. I just really wanted to get this chute all the way built so that I could take measurements and figure out exactly where the opening in the front of the truck needs to be. Got all the braces for the roof in, And like I said, I just used a couple of scrap pieces of wood to close up those gaps in the back. Anything you can do to keep the wind out keeps your birds warmer. So I got the roof on, and I got all the gaps closed. Now I'm going to come work on this end down here. And like I said, this is going to be the part that extends out of the grill of the truck. But once it extends through the grill, I want it to change directions and go this way, because this is going to go down into their day pen.
You're a boy.
That's a hard-working woman right there.
What? What?
I said, that's a hard-working woman right there.
What, do I look funny?
No, you got all kinds of sawdust and grass in your hair.
Well, I've been weed whacking.
Anyway, so we had the brood on a ventilator today. Had a fan in the window there, and actually that's set up pretty good and doesn't take long to install. But I think we're going to paint the windshield and the driver's side windows because the sun spends a lot of time over those windows. I want to leave the back glass clear because that's sunrise and it's still cool. What? Anyway, so they're secure for tonight. Like I said, that bucket is inside the other bucket and screwed in there. It's just our way of closing the portal off. But I have that bucket going through the firewall and then turning into this square ramp with a solid floor and a roof and everything that will be under the front end of the truck. I'm hoping I have the grill and the radiator core support cut out where they need to be, where that will slide through it and hopefully protrude 4 to 6 inches. I might only get 3. But anyway, I'm gonna hand Jamie the camera, get this front clip on there, and I also took the time to pound out this dent. This is some beautiful body work right here. A lot of time with the dolly, and just, you know, I massaged it and caressed the metal, and you can see how much better that, perfectly smooth. But anyways, this emblem was so warped that one of the keepers popped off because they didn't like that big dent that's been in there forever coming out. And then I kind of popped this one out a little bit, but I think it'll look a lot better on there. I think if I've done everything right, that the front clip will go on there and there won't be a huge gap at the bottom between the door and the fender. I think. And I think I will also be able to put 2 bolts, one here and one in the same spot on the other side, and tighten them down and actually have the front clip attached. What a concept. Anyways, Jamie's going to take over. I'm going to put this on here, and then tomorrow I got about an hour, maybe 2 hours worth of work to do, setting that up, taking my backhoe, digging the ground down a little bit, putting dirt on there, and building a ramp that goes into there that's totally secure. We need to bury that cage so that nothing can just dig under it without making a huge effort. Anyway, the plan is to have it so they're secure in the truck, have them be able to come out here, go down a ramp, go into that, and still be safe and secure. Yeah, that's only 4 foot by 8 foot, but they're babies right now. They're vulnerable and it's getting hot. They need to be able to come outside and cool down. And I'm just gonna put this front clip on this truck.
They're very curious. Their heads are poking up.
I'm sure they are. They always want to know what's going on. What's Dad doing now? Classic truck rescue. Beautiful sunny day here in Oregon. The chicks are all happy. Anyway, made good progress on the clucking truck last night. The front end is fitting a lot better. The gap's not perfect at the bottom, but it used to be, you know, used to be yay far apart, and the front end looked like it was going uphill. I was able to get a couple bolts in the fenders, and also there was a huge dent on this side that I did a real fine job. I mean, this is craftsmanship right here, folks. Beautiful. Old school sledgehammer. And I beat it so hard I popped one of the keeper nuts off this emblem and went twang. And I found another one and put it on there. But anyway, we got some clear coat we're going to put over that front end. The hood fits real nice. Chute's coming out, and I was pretty close on the hole. Pretty close. Didn't cut too much more than needed to be cut off, but it was a tight fit, and it was a bear to get on there. I actually had to put a strap all the way from the passenger side door handle across just below the headlights, and then over to the driver's side door handle, and I kept ratcheting it because it wanted to fall forward. Might have to do a little more body work over here, huh? Anyway, so the truck itself is done, finished. Yay! Thank you, Lord. Now I'm going to make my ramp that comes down here to the ground and set up the cage. I'm just going to apologize for the wind noise right now. Nothing I can really do about it, but I won't be filming long, so you won't have to put up with it for long. Anyway, figures, it was felt like 100 degrees, but I think it was like 79 or something. And I was working out here in the direct sunlight, and this was all perfectly dry. But of course, the very night after I got it finished being dug, it decided to rain, and it's supposed to rain all week. So I'm going to get to work on this real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install that cage. I've been wanting to bury the cage a little ways into the ground, and I know that critters can still dig under it and everything, but the idea is to get it buried far enough into the ground where it would take them a while, and I would notice if something were trying to dig its way in there. Also, we can put rocks around the perimeter too. Well, I guess it's their day pen. And this is something that we can build onto later, but while the chicks are young, and they're doing great. They're all doing really good. Hi guys, how we doing in there today? Everybody happy? 1, 2, 3. Yep, they're all good and happy. And how are you doing? Anyway, going to work on this. I'll come back when I have the cage assembled in the ground, and the ramp, that's the ramp on the right over there, going from the tunnel into the cage. And hopefully I'll have this done real quick, because I'm chomping at the bit to get back to work on my building. Also, it's supposed to rain all week, and I can just see where this would turn into a muddy, sloggy mess. And let's get her done. These guys are really looking good. They get really happy when you give them fresh water and food too. It won't take much to make them happy. That little white one right there, that one right there, that's Daddy's girl. That one likes me. You look good. It's fine. I'm not trying to catch any of you. You're good in there for today. I'm going to make you your own way to get outside, where you don't have to have Daddy pick you up. You can go right through there. Yeah, this one likes Dad. I think it's a girl. We don't know yet. But if we had to put our money on it, we'd say that guy that just jumped up is a rooster. He's got that rooster look to him, but you can't tell, I guess. I don't know. Hoping we got at least one rooster. That's Daddy's girl. Better get your names on, Jamie. You're gonna run out of birds to name, because the rooster, whoever that turns out to be, is gonna be Rooster Cogburn. We'll leave these guys alone. Let them eat. I'll be back. I gotta go shovel. Alright, so I used that high-tech hand shovel over there to go ahead and kind of level this out, get all the excess out of it. Used the backhoe to get the big stuff and then shoveled it. But anyways, so I'm going ahead and putting in this first panel. And this one's kind of critical because this is the one that the enclosed second stage of the ramp will go through, taking the birds from the truck out here and into their pen. And I'm going to have to, because the bottom's cut out on that, I'm going to have to fill this part with rock. And I'll have to do something similar over at the gate panel. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and assemble all the panels around that square of dirt right there, so they're all sunk below ground. And then I'll just take my big hammer and I will get a level, and I'll level the tops of all the panels by just tapping them into the ground. And then I'm going to go get some rock to put around the perimeter, and I'll come back when I'm working on the gate. Well, it's getting dark and we're supposed to have a rainy week, and it has been raining. We get Oregon's funny like that, but you got to have the rain to make the stuff green. And today's one of those days where it can just be showering and you can work, or downpouring. And I got to fill this hole in because this will just turn into a mess. Trust me, it's not bad right now, but it's getting kind of moist. I've got my kennel assembled. Still have some adjustments to make, and a lot of people are going to say, like, Rick, you didn't have to dig that much out. And we're going to raise it up a little bit more, but I want a good solid river rock base in this. And then you'll come in at night. Yeah, it's cool. Trust me, it's going to be cool. And I appreciate your cooperation during this construction, all you little girls. Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I know you're waiting for the grand opening. We're going to set some cameras up for you guys. No, it's not time to come out yet. This is a pretty bird. Pretty bird. You're a pretty bird. No, don't, no, 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 no. No, you have to go back in. They grow on you. You know, that's pretty cool. That's the first one that's ever walked on me. You're pretty cute. You're a cute bird. Yep. It's starting to rain though, and Dad's got to go rectify some problems on the tractor. Oh my God, it's gonna soak me, folks. This is so cool though. I just want to let this bird sit on me. You are a good-looking bird. Yeah, it's okay, huh? I've been telling you it's okay for 6 weeks. Our birds are about 6.5 weeks old. They'll be 7 weeks Friday. This Friday. Thank you very much. You have no idea how much this means to me. You're a good bird. You should be a rooster. I think you should be a rooster. You can do it. Oh, now you're going to sit? No, it's sitting on me. Oh, good bird. Oh, that is so cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Good bird. Good bird. Thank you. It's cool when your critters figure out that they can trust you. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see this, but that's a pretty cool little bird right there. You might be Calamity Jane. Oh, no fear in that one. Love you guys. Dad's going back to work. Peace out. Took old Pumpkin down to the stream. Got me a bucket load of river rock. And just dumped it right in the center there. And spread it around the edges. Now I'm going to go get another scoop. And I'm going to dump it around the outer edges. Then I'll take this clean dirt and put it over everything, inside and outside.
Oh,
and good luck to the critter that tries to eat our chickens, right? That's what. Anna, come on, get out of that mess. Come on. Come on. No dig. Come on.
That'll probably make for good drainage too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to work out pretty good, huh? Bob, everything takes longer than you think, huh? Classic Truck Rescue. Got a surprise for you guys today. I'm going to show you the clucking truck. Oop, I almost went there, but I'm not going to yet. First, I want to introduce you to Young and Nini, two friends of mine that I've conversed with a lot for a long time. They're musicians. They go all over the world, literally. And Jamie was on the computer yesterday and she said, oh, they're in Oregon. So we got a hold of them. They came over. We're gonna, oh, and look, Jamie's here. Jamie just got home. Anyway, we're all gonna barbecue up some Asian water buffalo burgers.
Never had an Asian water buffalo.
Oh, you're gonna love it. All natural.
We're in for all kinds of new treats here at the Classic Truck Rescue. Guys, I'm excited. I know you want to know what I'm feeling right now. What does it feel like to be here? It's amazing. I'm overwhelmed. I was a sensory overload.
Yeah.
I've been running to trucks and Rick's been grabbing me. He's like, Young, just wait, Young, let's eat a buffalo burger before you go digging around. We're live.
We're live.
He just did that to me. Go and go.
Anyway, this is the clucking truck. A lot of my viewers have already seen the clucking truck, but what you haven't seen is their outside cage. And I made a tunnel that goes from under the dash, under the hood,
You got your first
down the
predator
ramp.
trying to dig in.
Oh,
And
that's not a chicken.
I took my backhoe and I dug around the perimeter. We set that down, as you can see, a foot into the ground. Went down and got me some river rock with pumpkin and filled the trench in on both sides with rock. Anna, no!
She's
no.
saying if predators can get in.
We gotta smooth all this back out. This isn't done right here. Jamie wanted this ramp or walkway over here. It's an old tractor tread. And we still gotta level it out, clean it up, and finish putting rocks beside it. But it'll work out pretty good. Right now I'm gonna take my GoPro and I'm gonna stick it in the tunnel. Hopefully none of them will peck at it or run it over or eat it. But I'd like to see the first one coming out and we'll get the other end. No, Anna, no.
She's trying to prove predators can get in.
No, you're not going in. All right, so I'll get in here.
All right, Jamie, this is your chance.
She usually does take advantage of it too. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's gonna go.
Macaw!
What did you just say?
Macaw!
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Macaw!
Bleep, bleep.
All right, I got one screw to take out of. Show them the bucket, Young.
Oh, the bucket.
That's the tunnel to freedom right there.
There it is, guys.
The tunnel of love.
If you're a
to the
chicken.
outdoor world.
And you need to get to the outside. That's it. Oh, goodness.
Freedom is forthcoming.
It's coming soon. So the names, are there any?
Well,
We're just gonna name them as they come down the chute, 1, 2, and 3 or something.
we're pretty sure we're going to call the rooster Cogburn. So I got one screw in this bucket that's inside. Pull that out. I got to remember. Oh, there it is. And then I should just be able to slide this out. Make sure none of them escape.
The town started with a J. I can't remember. Anyway,
Across this line, you do not. Keep an eye on them. Got an audience. Huh?
Yeah. Oh. Holy cow, that was in there. Wow. You're never going back. All right, so watch the hole.
Here we go.
Yeah, and I put a chute. Jamie, go ahead and pull that. Here. Young, get her pull. The
Chute.
first opening of the chute.
Jamie's going for the chute here.
Then just set it on top, honey.
Set her, yeah.
That works pretty good, huh?
How's it feel? Awesome. Okay, great.
Waking up this morning, waking up before it's getting 9. Kinda heavy on my shoulders, tracking down some moments back in time. I could swore that I was in it, down to every...
Went in there yesterday morning and fed them, and everything was fine. Well, they were outside. I fed them yesterday morning. Everything was fine. And then I went to check on them in the afternoon, and all of them had been killed. And I don't know. I don't understand what. Well, it's my fault. It is, because there's a hole in the tarp that goes over their outside area, and when I designed the clucking truck, it's a truck with the cab all secured. I mean, every nook and cranny in the cab secured, and it's got a chute that goes from their outdoor area up under the hood and into the cab, where they have a light and bedding and all of that, and it's worked great. And I've got a tube that I can just pour a little funnel full of food in, and it goes into their feeder, and I've got access to their watering tubes from outside and clean outs on the outside. It's really worked well. But I also put a sliding door in the chute, so that when they go in at night, I put the sliding door in there, and then they're totally secured. Well, I hadn't been doing that I did it for the first few months, and then I just stopped doing it because I figured they were fine. But they weren't. So I went, and they're all in, and that is what I don't understand, is they were just killed. They weren't. It doesn't look like they were killed for food. It's like something went in there and just killed them, just to kill them. And come here. That's another thing I'm worried about. Anna, get up. And oh, dude, she's pretty tough, but I worry about her. But anyway, it's just weird. It's a weird scene, and it's not something I'm gonna film. It's not the sensationalism isn't worth people seeing that. You know, there's kids that watch this channel and stuff, but they're gone, and they're all laid like facing the chute. There's some in the chute, but they're just 6 of them, big birds. And Rooster Cogburn wasn't no punk, you know, he's a big bird. So I just don't understand. I don't get it. But, you know, and I got to break it to Jamie, and I got to figure out what's going on, because it's part of our lifestyle out here. We have a chicken mob, and had a chicken mob, and we, you know, the whole thing. It's part of the ranch thing. And we liked our chickens. They're cool. You know, people hear Rooster Cogburn going off and say, doesn't that bother you? It doesn't bother me. I like Rooster Cogburn. Anyway, I'm going to get that cleaned up. My buddy Pat is bringing over a cage. We're going to put one of the bodies in the cage and put it outside somewhere, and hopefully that'll catch whatever it was, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure out how I'm going to break this to you guys. Some people do like the chickens. You like the chickens. You got along with them, huh, little thing? Annabella. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to break this to Jamie, because Jamie loves the chickens too. What are we going to do? You're a very good girl. You really are. You're cold, aren't you? Let me get you inside. Classic truck rescue. Well, it just gets better, folks. Yesterday, after our... You cold, sweetie? Yesterday, after discovering the chickens the way they were, our neighbors came over, and our neighbors gave us 6 baby chicks because they felt so bad about our chickens getting killed. And we assumed, well, rightfully assumed, that... What's the matter, honey? I know it's cold. We assumed, correctly I think, that the assassin had gotten in through the chute that leads from the outside cage to the inside of the clucking truck. So when I built that, I used the top of a bucket as the first part of the chute, going from the cab to the outside area. And the reason I did that is because I have a short bucket with a bottom in it that I can stuff in that hole, and it's airtight and it seals the outside from the inside. So I put that bucket in there, sealed off the chute, put screws in it, because our neighbors, kind people that they are and thoughtful, brought us over 5 female chicks and 1 male chick in a box, and we put those under the heat lamp, and Jamie and I went down and bought a chick feeder and water, got them food and water and everything. I checked on them first thing this morning and everything was fine. Checked on them again an hour later, and I looked in and they were gone. And I thought I saw a shadow move on the driver's side door, kind of between the door and the wood. And so I went over there and opened that door, and one of the chicks was down in the step, deceased. I couldn't find any of the other ones, but there were a lot of small feathers scattered around the cab. And I looked to the left, and there was a hole gnawed right through the wood. And I looked in the hole, and a little nose stuck out, and I couldn't see anything else, but whatever was in there and killed those chicks was still in there. So I set up a couple of cameras over there. Hopefully I can get a shot of it, because I know it's in there and it's probably going to come out now. But I have to get over there, try to get it. If not, I got to try to get it. If not, I'll set up a cage. We had the cage set up outside with the carcass from one of our big chickens in the cage. And it didn't disturb that at all. It went straight for the new baby chicks and gnawed through wood to get to them. There's only one piece of wood in that whole cab that he could have gnawed through. All the rest of it's metal. So that'll be something that I've got to fix. I've got to make that metal too. But I'm going to try to catch this thing. And I've got this to worry about now. I know that it's small, whatever it is, and probably some kind of weasel or something like that. I've been looking around on the internet, and but it's just slaughtering things. It's evil. It's not even, it killed 6 grown rooster cogburns, big. It just killed them to kill them. And I have to worry about this, because this chases anything on the ground that moves. I already have my hands full just letting her out to go to the bathroom or run around. I have to keep an eye on the skies and everything else, but I don't really worry about the ground, because I'm on the ground. And I broke up fights with her fighting with raccoons much bigger than her. Fortunately, she's fast enough to stay out of their grasp. She kind of dances around them, but it's a nightmare for her to go up against something like, I don't know, maybe comments, because these dogs are bred for killing rodents, but I would never put her in that situation after I've seen what this creature can do. I've got to eliminate this threat. It's my duty as a man, and I know that may be antiquated in today's America. Some people think, oh, there's no such thing as a man and a woman. Well, there is, and Jamie is comfortable being a woman, and I'm comfortable being a man. And one of my problems that I'm facing as a man right now is I've got to tell my wife at some point that our 6 baby brand new chicks that she was getting attached to are dead from the same creature that killed all of our other chickens. And now, as a man, I have to get that creature. I got to do this. And this is part of, so a lot of people say the American dream is dead. It's not dead. Jamie and I are doing it. Go look at the videos. It's been a lot of work. You can do it in America, you can do whatever you set your mind to do. If I can do it, you can do it. It's not easy. This is the part you don't see and people don't tell stories about, but it's something you got to do. You just got to. We like having chickens out here. They're my friends, and there will be more chickens. But first, this creature got to go.